Welcome to Psychic Medium Toni Greene. I am Toni Greene, Psychic Medium, here to give you approximately 60 minutes worth of questions, answers, predictions. Today we will be doing predictions. Some predictions. Predictions that won't get the show banned or black marked. Or what do they call that when they like they give you an X on your show? That we're gonna try to stay within their parameters. Um, yes, all of that. You're right, Heather. Absolutely. If you have a question, please put it in the chat. I'm happy to answer your question. If you'd like to call in and ask your question, I am taking callers on Podbean. If you call in once and I do not see it, or I'm in the middle of answering somebody else's question, please be patient and call back because it will just take me a moment to get to that. Please don't be scammed. Don't, if anybody reaches out to you, don't be scammed by them. Yeah. Okay. For those of you who are new, welcome to the show. For those of you who are returning, thank you. I appreciate it. I am a psychic medium, channel, hypnotist, healer, and author. I'm working on new books. I really need to, I have all the content. I need to get them out though. Get them out. Have you guys hit a wall? Like everything was just going right along. And then all of a sudden, like it just hit a wall. And I'm trying to get past that wall. It's not easy. It's not easy. Okay, next. This show does air on WSCS. Hey, good afternoon, Jen. I'm just going to call you Janaya on Podbean. This show airs live on WSCS, all of their affiliate stations, Rude Rangers TV, all of their affiliate stations, all streaming channels, radio stations. And podcasts. Okay. I go live every single Monday at noon. And then Wednesday's show this week is obviously at noon, but I'm going to start just doing it when I can. And I can't do Wednesday evening any longer. It's just, there's so much going on Wednesday evenings. I am having this weirdness happening with me right now, and I don't know what it is. You know how when you take vitamins and you just like take a whole handful and then I feel like they're having trouble going down. Oh, okay, just 1 second. Just because you can take 10 vitamins at once, it doesn't mean you should. Okay. Oh. Okay. I am available for private sessions. If you'd like a private session, all the information is in the description. I think they're finally in in an area where they will not be will not be. Oh. Okay, you can join the show on YouTube or Podbean. Oh. Okay. I'm going to go over, should I do songs first? Should I do predictions first? What should I do first, you guys? Songs, names, predictions. I'm going to do songs. I'm gonna do songs first. Oh, somebody said predictions. Okay, I'll do predictions first. Let me get in the space of predictions. Okay, so first, a couple of weeks ago, when I was doing predictions in one of my other shows, I'd mentioned that the NFL is very, very syndicated, meaning run by the mafia. Anything you can bet on is run by syndicate and rigged and all of that. And I did get some lashback for that. I did. I got a lot of lashback for that. And what was Cash Patel saying on his interviews recently? All the arrests that have been made for the people who have been It's not over though. Even though they've made those arrests, it will continue that way because anything you can bet on is 100% being anything you can put your money in that has a chance of going up and down, like the stock market, like betting, because it's all rigged. It is 100% rigged. They want you to believe the stock market is not, and that's okay. That's okay. If you a lot of people do very well in the stock market and IRAs and things along that line. But if you're doing the get rich quick and the whole Bitcoin thing in another country, and I said this before, in another country, I can't remember where, and I apologize that I don't remember where, but there was I had said on the show, and I've said to so many clients in office that excuse me, there's no way. I mean, just really think about this. it- that our Department of Treasury, that our government that controls every penny, they need to know about every single penny and where it is going to allow something to pop up and be a new form of currency that they do not control. And if you really, really think about it that way, then you go to the next step. Well, how did Bitcoin and all these, excuse me, they're telling me not to talk. They're saying, don't tell it, don't tell it. It's a Trojan horse. It's a backdoor to digital currency. And when the government decides to roll out, they're really telling me don't tell it. So in another country, recently they outed all of the digital currency that was not governmental and only let the government's coin be it. And that is exactly what they will do in every area when the time comes. So if you do have a lot in Bitcoin, cash it out. Cash it out before they do. Okay, you guys, for predictions, watch water. I know I've been saying this forever. They're not done. They are not done. Watch the water. And again, the volcanoes, I hear volcanoes, which have to do with the water and what happens with the water and the whatever's moving under the water. Is there any area you guys would like me to do predictions in? Give me areas, I'll give you predictions. Let's see. What other predictions can we do? Okay. Throughout the holiday season, there's going to be a lot of chaos, a lot of chaos on the surface, it looks like chaos, but it's actually a restructuring and reorganization of things that are going on. Um, and I am going to say that the things that we are seeing right now, or the things that are the bigger things on social media, are things that we have to really certain things that we really have to pay attention to, because if it's in another country, there's a chance it will be they'll be eventually trying to bring it here. And I do pray that those other countries, I really pray that they stand their ground and they do not cave. A lot of what's going on in the UK right now, a lot of what's going on in the UK right now, I pray they stand their ground and they do not cave. I really pray they stand their ground and do not cave. Because if they can stand their ground and they do not cave, that gives us a chance, and perhaps it won't even make it here. If you want to know the reason for some of this stuff, and they've posted it all, they've written books about what they plan on doing, and it's called Agenda 2030, One World Order, New World Order, where there's a one world government. And in order to create some of this stuff, and if you read it, if you sit down and you go through it, you'll see everything that they're doing. And Klaus Schwab said, "You will own nothing and you will be happy." You have to really understand how they get people to that point. You have to understand what they're willing to do to get people to that point. So if you want to remain free and happy, and you want your children and your children's children to be free and happy, you need to know what their plan is so that you can. If you don't see what's coming and you think it's all by happenstance, you cannot know how to defend against it, what steps to take. But if you know what their plan is and you do not agree with their plan, then you can start to take the steps that are needed, that when you see these things coming in, you can go, oh, this is part of the plan. We're not falling for it. One of the things in our country that they really like to do is they like to introduce it as something cool. They either use it's very cool technology, it's going to be so helpful, it's going to keep you safe and protected, or they use fear. You have to do this, otherwise, you know, you're going to be this, that, or the other thing. And what we have to do is just not fall into either category. We have to be strong and keep moving forward. Um, there are two events that I can mention that have changed what really happened, how that really changed our freedoms in this world and how we operate today. The first one was 9/11. And some people know the truth about 9/11, and some people will never admit the truth about 9/11. They just can't for whatever reason. And I get that. And I'm not here to change that. But the result of 9/11, no matter what happened or how it happened in America, the result was you can't, it tightened, it gave them so much control of us in the name of safety, in the name of safety, so that we could be safe. And my funniest joke, this is just a joke for entertainment purposes only. Hundreds of thousands of people walked right over the border, and I went to the airport and they scanned my underwear and patted me down and put a scanner on me with full ID. Make it make sense. Let's all use some logic. When does it come on. Come on. Come on, make it make sense. Don't ever say the joke at the airport, "It would be easier to walk over the border." They don't like it. Don't ever use that joke at the airport. They really don't like it. Uh, the pat down takes a whole new meaning when you make jokes at the airport. And the second event happened in 2020, and I cannot say the word of it because, again, they will X my show, but it was worldwide. That one was a worldwide experiment to see, and everything they did with what happened in 2020. And again, remember, this was a worldwide test experiment of what we would react to, what we wouldn't react to, how we would react to it, and what we would do. Which direction would we go? What did they have to say and do? Would we stand outside at 5 o'clock and ring bells for the service workers? And when in the world, just think about this, when in the world did everybody in the world get the same cues to do the same things at the same time? And where were those orders coming from? It wasn't just our it wasn't just our government. It was every government. And do you think every government was sitting down discussing this? No, they were taking orders from someplace else. Now, whether what happened in 2020, however much of that was actual testing, whatever, it changed everything. People are still waiting. Since 2020, so much of our world has changed. So much of the way we do everything has changed. And that's all a part of what's leading to 2030. All we can do is know what the plan is so we can avert it. And if you don't know what the plan is, you will not know how to avert it or how to, work for yourself to protect yourself against whatever thing happens. So, I know I was supposed to be doing predictions, but that is what came out. That is what, and I think here's what I'm going to say: we are here to be free. We are here to create, to co-create, to be free, to have the ability to expand, explore, to be able to go any place in the world that we want. Do you know that if you want to go to the UK now, the rumor has it, I don't know if they've implemented this yet, but certain parts of the UK, if you want to be in if you want to travel to certain parts that are doing the biometrics and the digital ID, you will have to have it or you will not be able to travel in their country. Yeah. And just to solidify this, look up AI, Amazon, and Starbucks. Amazon and Starbucks have started using AI to monitor their employees. It's crazy. It's so crazy. The AI literally will tell them how many coffees each person at Starbucks is making or how productive they're being, and the same thing with Amazon. So if they can do that in a business, wait until they're doing it to. Are you ready for that? Listen, if I want a stalker, I've got I mean, come on. Okay, I'm gonna go into songs now. I am. I'm gonna go into songs now because, well, if this show stays up, I'll be surprised. Okay, the first song is that song. It goes click, click, boom. And I do know that song, but I don't know all the words to that song. But click, click, boom. I know if you know the song, you know what it is. Okay, and the songs can be the songs are from heaven. It could be a song your loved one loved, you love. It is a song that makes you think of them. It answers a question. Please don't let click click boom answer any question for you today. That is not the answer. um, the next time you hear it, you know they are with you, but in some way it's going to remind you of that person. It's a confirmation from them. The next song is Hey Jude, don't bring me down, take a sad song. Okay, that song. And then Lola, la 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 Lola, that song. And then I'm going to ask, these are the songs from this morning. There were other ones, but they were like in and out very quickly. Um, so the next song is they're doing that song again. Take it on the run, babe. If that's the way you want it, babe, then I don't want you around. That song. And then the next song is I'm probably singing these words wrong, so please forgive me. Light of my life. I know that is not the word. And that is not the beat. Blind to my eyes. I don't know. I'm trying to listen so hard to this song and get the words. What do I see? Light to my eyes. What do I see? I don't know. Somebody please save me with this song. Somebody put in what this song is and save me right now. Light to my eyes. What do I see? I don't know, something like that. If you know, then you know this song is for you. Okay, are there any other songs? Um, Somebody sang Little Bo Peep, the Little Bo Peep song. I don't think it's like a nursery rhyme. It's a nursery rhyme. Okay, now I'm going to do names. It could be your name, your loved one's name, person, place, or thing, pet, family member. I did do names this morning. I think I did names. Maybe I did names this morning on a TikTok. And this could be, and one of the names I did on the TikTok is coming through as a first name that's coming through right now. Enrique. And it could be someplace, if a place comes up, like Toledo, which I am hearing, it could be someplace they were from, they wanted to go to, you went through together, you drove through together, whatever it is. So Enrique, Toledo, Rosemary, and that could be like rosemary is also a spice that people use, so it could be either one. So please know that. The next confirmation, again, I'm seeing white roses. The next one is um, and that's actually all that's coming through. That's actually all that's coming through. Now I'm going to go to questions. I'm going to be going between Podbean and Um, and Podbean and YouTube. I'm so sorry. Um, so, um, so I am going to go in the order they were received. If I cannot answer your question on here, that probably means you need a private session for that question. Also, please have your question be an exact question about a person, place, or life, love, career, finances, no health questions for all the reasons of getting docked on the show. And if you want to connect with a loved one on the other side, I just need their first name and their relationship to you. Okay. Um, KS is the first question. I don't use emojis. Many do have, and elsewhere I abbreviate to, for or for. Sometimes I have words. Okay. I'm going to go to Elizabeth. Hey, thank you, KS, for your thing. Elizabeth, hey Toni, how is work going for me? Any areas I should improve on? Um, Elizabeth, I feel like work is going well for you. I do feel like I don't know why I'm hearing this, Elizabeth. I don't even know if it might not be possible at this time. It might be something you decide to do later on down the line, but I do feel like there's a possibility for you. I don't know why I'm hearing traveling nurse. Um, but I don't know that that's something you're going to do right now or later on in life, or if you just know somebody who is. I feel like everything is going well. I know it's extremely, I think I'm sensing that it's extremely stressful for you and that you have a lot going. I just feel like there's a lot going on where you are, wherever you're working. I just feel like there's a lot going on there. Okay, I um, I hope that that helps you, Elizabeth. Hey, Fawn. Fawn says she's traveling to South Carolina and Georgia. Have fun. Have so much fun. Hey, Heather. Hi, Angie. Does Daniel B have secret romantic feelings for me? Not. I'm getting no, not the way you think, not the way you feel, love. Um, I'm gonna say this, and I hope you laugh, Angie. Men are not like women. They don't play coy. They're like they lead with their hip area. It's like serious. It's difficult for, like, if a man is interested, you pretty much know. I feel like they let you know. I've never ever been in a situation where a man was interested in me and I kind of did not know. Um, and I think that's the case for most women. I feel like not in the way you're hoping, sweetie. I hope that makes sense to you. Janaya, okay, I can call you Jay. Thank you. Thank you, Janaya. Because you know what, sometimes I don't want to mispronounce or offend anybody with the way I say their name. So please forgive me if I don't pronounce your name correctly. Hey, Katie on Podbean. Thank you so much, Katie. I'm taking calls, Katie. If you want to call in right now, you can. I will take your call. And if you are on Podbean, you can call in. And if I see the call, I have like 3 seconds to like push that button to get you on. So, Katie, if you're still with us, I see the coffee. Thank you, Katie. Katie did buy me a coffee. Oh yeah, while I'm waiting for Katie to call, I'll tell you guys, if you want your question to be moved to the top, if you want your question right away, you can, like, because I know sometimes I can't get to everybody's question. So you can buy me a coffee. It's in the link, and then you can put your question in there and I can answer it. You don't even have to use your real name. Just tell me the name you want me to use and the question. And then on the next show, I will answer it and then you'll have your answer. Katie, are you going to call in? Okay, I'm going to go to the next question on YouTube, but I'm going to kind of try to watch for Katie's call. Are my partner of 12 years and I going to out I'm sorry, let me start again. Are my partner of 12 years and I going to find our way back to each other? Our relationship. Hi, Katie. Can you please mute yourself for a second, love? Thank you so much. Um, our relationship came to an end following 9 years of my traveling cross country to care for my father. Thank you. Mary, are you still with me? Mary, I'm going to ask you. Hey, Mary, thank you for still being here. Mary, I'm going to ask you, how long have the two of you been apart? How long have the two of you been apart, Mary? Katie, I will take you next. If you could just mute for a second while I finish Mary's question, that would be amazing. Thank you, Katie, so much. Mary, 7 months? You've been apart for 7 months. I'm going to be really honest with you. And I think, in this situation, the best thing a person can do is be really, really honest so that you can, if the person needs to, they can move on. Here's the thing. While you were going cross country and taking care of your father, there was, you were very stressed and all the stuff. And I feel like the separation had started then. And I am going to say, even though it was a long-term relationship, could you please, I feel like there was turmoil in the relationship also, some turmoil in that relationship. There was. Okay, thank you for confirming that. And thank you so much for being honest about that. Here's what I'm going to say to you. I feel like at some point in the future, the two of you may have a conversation or two. I don't feel like it's ever going to be what it was. I absolutely feel like you are going to, this is the way I'm going. It's in your best interest right now to just let it be done and not think about this person coming back. And I know sometimes women, we want to wait and see what happens, if they will come back, if they won't come back, but they're out there moving on, basically, because men move very differently than women. Okay, men move very, very differently than women. And if a man wants to come back, he'll show up, he'll pound, he'll like open your window and come in if he needs to. Oh, you're both female. Okay, thank you so much for sharing that, Mary. Was she the more masculine one? Because I feel like she's a little bit masculine. Sorry. And please, if I do she is the more masculine one. And if I do misgender, please don't take that personally. I'm not looking at that part of it. But everything I'm saying remains the same for you, okay? Whether she's a female or not, she's more masculine. I'm going to say this. I feel like you two may have a conversation in the future. It's never going to be what it was. And thank you for correcting me. I do feel like if she comes back, it's not going to be for the reason that you would want it to be, or it's not going to go where you would want it to be. And it's right now for you, the best thing you can do is start moving on, even though it's really difficult because just so much, you feel like there's so much loss. And I want you to look at that as a reset, a redo, a fresh start, however you can. And I know those words sound a little bit like it's easy to say, but it's not easy to do. And I think we've all been in that situation where there's been a lot of loss at once. And that's the universe maybe saying, you know, you kind of were on this road, but we really want to put you on this road because this road is going to be so much better for you. She left and we haven't talked since my dad's wake. He passed away in February. I'm so sorry, sweetie. I'm going to tell you something, sweetie, and I want you to take this with your whole heart. I even as a friend would help you through that, right? A friend would help you through that situation and the grieving part. But as a partner, they would have really, even if you were breaking up, right? A partner would have been there. I'm going to use these words, and they're, it's going to sound so flippant, and everybody says it. It's time to just recalibrate your life. And I'm trying not to say move on, but they just keep saying move on, move on, move on. Start doing you. Start going out, doing things, meeting new people. And you don't necessarily have to move on to a new partner, but moving on in general with your life, not thinking there's still a chance between the two of you or an opportunity to get back. And I'm going to be really, really super honest. I do feel like there isn't a chance that this person has already been commingling with other people or person, which, if the relationship is over, is their right to do. Okay. I'm not going to speak to anything that may have or may not have happened while the two of you were in a relationship. But since the relationship is over, this person has moved on. It's your time to move on, your time to take control of your life and get back in that space where you can have full control of your life. And when we're waiting for someone to come back, we've given up control of our life and we've put it in their hands. We've literally put the control of where our life goes from this point in somebody else's hands. And it's somebody who's not even in our life or caring for us in these moments. We've literally put our life on hold for this person. So I want you to live the best life you possibly can, Mary. And I want you to have the best, most positive information to live your life that way. And that information at this time is that you need to take back control and power of your life and move in a direction that will allow you to move forward and have the best life that you can. Okay, sweetie, I hope that's really helpful. I really do. I'm going to take Katie on the phone now. Hey, Katie, how are you?
Hi, Tony. How are you?
I'm so good. What's going on, girl?
Oh my God, it's moving time.
Yay! Are you excited? Are you so excited?
I I really pray for clarity. I really pray for clarity and knowing. Um, Not that I'm not excited. I'm melancholy.
Oh, okay. Fair
I don't.
enough. Good enough. Yeah.
It's like okay. So I'm in Atlanta,
Okay.
and my apartment lease is coming up. So I have to like make a decision. I mean, like it's gonna be over soon, and so I have to decide if I'm going to either stay in Atlanta, and if I'm staying in my place or moving to a different place or just leaving Atlanta and going to like either New York or Charlotte. So I'm just trying to just get clarity and praying to my angels for clarity.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do, Katie, is I'm going to ask out of the three places that you have mentioned, which is
Yeah.
the one that will be the strongest on every level, like work, money, um, all of the above. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I ask, is Atlanta the best at this time? No, Atlanta's not that place for you anymore. I hear water under the bridge. I hear it's like the you can't, you know how water flows, but there's so many rocks built up that you can't really see the water, but you know it's flowing under the water. That's kind of how it is for you in Atlanta right now. It's there's like such a stronghold in Atlanta, um, for you for some reason. Now Charlotte's fun. It's nice. It would be socially, it would be good for you. And would it be good work wise? It would be okay work wise. And when I say New York, I get a solid yes. And if anybody knows me, I used to love New York. I used to love New York so much. Here's what I'm going to tell you, Katie, and I want you to really think about this.
Okay.
Sometimes we end up going back to a place we don't want to go because we have to resolve some unresolved issues. If you can resolve them now, Charlotte is going to be the best place for you. It's kind of like it's kind of like ripping a band-aid off. So something about New York, someone who is it, Katie? Who is it, Katie? Someone, there's some unresolved something,
Is it with my mother or my
auntie.
or aunt? I have an evil aunt. I definitely have an evil aunt.
Okay, so I'm I would love to do this work for you and tell you we're going to clear that, but there's something inside of you, that little girl inside of you. So we're going to do this. Everybody, 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 everybody. Okay, I'm not going to keep singing, but I want to. I really want to keep it singing. I want to go dance, 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 dance. Okay, I couldn't stop. I had to get that part out. Okay, what I want everybody to do right now, just like this show is about readings, but it's also about healing, because until we heal those things we need to heal, we have difficulty moving on and having the full life we want. So I want everybody to just take this quick moment, and I'm going to do this as quickly as possible. I want you to take a moment and I want you to think of that one person who's like either from childhood, adulthood, who just, like she said, she has an evil auntie. If you have that person in your life, it can be an ex, it needs to be somebody you need to just end the cycle with. It can be an ex, it can be an auntie, it can be a sibling, it can be a parent, someone you know, like they throw shade, like, I can't think of a funny analogy, but they just throw shade, or they're not kind to you, or they're not wishing you the best. I want you to think of that person, and then I want you to, and you can come back and use this at any time with any person. What I'm going to do on my end is I'm going to ask your angels to come in and pull all of their energy from you now. And then while your angels are pulling this energy, I want you to imagine that you have a huge pair of golden scissors. Now, some of you are going to be ready for this and you're already cutting strings and strands and cords and ties and all of that. Okay, some of you are already doing that. You're like, gotcha, boom, cut, 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 cut. And some of you are like, I don't know if I want to do this. Well, if it's the person you thought of, you do. Cords can be recreated in the future if they're meant to be. But right now, we're just going to, let go for now so we can live our life in our fullest. So we're going to cut that cord, take those big golden scissors and cut that cord, and watch all the heaviness just fly or like release from us. Whew. And then we're going to ask that once this energy is completely pulled, that the angels or whatever you believe in come in and disconnect where the cords connected and to heal those areas. Um, and we're going to do that now. So if you guys, you can come back anytime and do this again and again and again with different people at different times. Just save the show so you know. And it's at about the 40-minute mark. And we're pulling all of this out. And, you may feel like a pain in your knee, like a little pain in your knee or your hip or your shoulder. That's just where one of the cords were. Now, if it's in the lower part of the body, if you feel it releasing energetically from the lower part of your body, that stopped you from moving forward. If you feel it releasing from the back, it's possible. Let me use the word possible. It was a big burden. This put a big burden on your life. If you feel it like really heavy in the head and dizzying, it just made you so confused of what to do and how to do it. Now, if you feel it in several areas, that means there were several aspects to this. So as this energy pulls and releases, I want you to just say to yourself, just for the peace, when this can be healthy, it will be allowed back in, but not until then. And then as you do this, you're going to notice all of it. Now, the other thing I want you to say, and I want you to imagine the image of you that you know, your youngest you that you can envision. Okay. So if you know, just imagine a younger version of you. You may show up as a newborn at 5, at 16, whatever it is. And I want you to tell that little younger you, just take a moment and tell that younger you, it wasn't your fault. You're amazing. I love you. You didn't do anything wrong. And then ask the younger you to open their hands and to let it all release. Just ask the younger you to open their hands and let it all release. And let them know they didn't do anything to cause this. Okay? I want you guys to come back and use this as often as you can. I will say this until my last breath. We think we have to forgive other people, and we can't forgive other people all the time because we blame ourselves for so much. And as a child, when things happen that weren't our fault, we took on the blame for that. We thought it was our fault that our parents were angry, or that they punished us because they had a bad day at work, or that an auntie was jealous for whatever reason, or didn't know how to appropriately love or parent us. And we end up in a situation that we may forget what happened or think it doesn't bother us. Just because we made it through something, it does not mean we recovered from it, that we healed from it. So whenever something comes up, please take the opportunity to come back to this point of the show and use this to help you. I think Charlotte will be a lot of fun, Katie. I think you'll enjoy Charlotte. I think you will enjoy it will be very difficult for you to get serious about things in Charlotte. I think they say New York will be good for work, but it will be a heaviness, like you're walking back into the hornet's nest, so to say. Um, so is Charlotte the best? Okay, so now they're saying, is Charlotte the best? Yes. Does she need to go? Now you don't need to go back to New York. Just keep doing this over and over and over again, Katie.
Thank you so much, Toni.
You are so welcome.
You're so right on. I was doing tarot, and it said something about like a woman, your enemy is waiting, your enemy is there. Like when I was asked about New York, I was reading the same thing.
I want you to do this, Katie. For anyone, for all of us, I'm directing this to Katie, but I want you to look at it this way. People who do this stuff to us, they know we have more power than them. And so if that is true, and it is, then we don't have to look at them as they're not our enemy, right? So instead of saying your enemy is waiting for you there, change the verbiage, because verbiage is really, really powerful, and use the term, she takes you as competition.
Yes.
Right? She's your competition.
And she wishes bad on me. She wishes that she's into dark stuff.
Yeah, okay. So you can't compete where you don't compare.
Right.
And there is no amount of darkness that can overcome the light.
Yes. Yes.
So anytime you think of her, if you think of negative thoughts and enemy, then you are thinking you're adding to her darkness. Where if you just surround her in a bubble of love and light, she will. And I know not everybody agrees with this, and that's okay. Everybody can handle things the way they want. But in this case, when we think somebody has power over us, we just have to realize we have the power, and we can eliminate them from our mindset and not give them power over us. Okay? Does that make sense, love? Sorry. Okay, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome, love. I hope that was very, very helpful. And thank you so much for calling in, and thank you so much for the donation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toni.
You are welcome. Okay, I am going to go. Let me find where I was. Aaron says, what does my dog have to tell me? He wants more snacks, or she wants more snacks. They want more snacks. Your doggy wants more snacks. Your dog is very happy and thankful, very filled with joy, love. Your dog is very filled with joy, very happy, very thankful, very like the statement, I'm just living a dog's life, it comes in. So there's so much happiness and joy with that. So please know that. The other thing, the only other thing that your dog would, and more walks, which is hilarious, right? Just so hilarious. To me, that's hilarious. Okay, that's what your dog would want to tell you. Okay. At this time, Maria, no, there isn't. But I do feel like once you've healed, once you are in that space, there is the opportunity for you to meet someone new. Yeah, somebody I was watching this video, and I've seen a couple of different people say this, and it's always men. It's always like men that are saying it. Women, when there's a breakup with a woman and a man, or a feminine and a masculine, however you want to say it, um, typically the woman like just goes through it right at the point of the breakup. We are crying, our friends are tired of hearing it. We feel like we're never going to meet anybody like that person again. And I'm giggling because I think, after we heal, we look back and go, oh God, I hope I never meet anybody like that again. But when we're going through it, when we first break up and we're going through it, we are devastated. We are just it we cry ourselves to sleep, we dream about them, we wake up, they're the first thing in our mind. And it's especially if, like, whether we wanted the breakup or not, we just go through it. It is pure torment. And and then slowly we start to recover. And while we're going through it, we just want the pain to stop, and we equate them coming back with the pain stopping. Like, if they would just come back, all the pain would stop, it would be better. And to a certain extent that's true, until they come back, and then you find out what they did on the break, or it just goes back into the same pattern or cycle, or same things happening again. um, so we go through it, and we'll go through it for, depending on the bond of the relationship, we'll go through it for like a month to a year. It could be. We will just go all the way through it. When a man goes through, or a masculine goes through a breakup, their testosterone kicks in. Now, women, their predominant hormones are not testosterone. So when we go through it, the hormones that kick in for us are the bonding hormones, the love hormones, the all of that stuff. But for a man, when they go through a breakup, they will be sad. I'm not going to say they're not sad and they don't miss us, but that testosterone kicks in and the ego kicks in, and then they're like, I can get somebody, blah 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 blah, all the man things. And if you've ever watched your brother, an uncle, a cousin that's a male go through a breakup, they act unbothered, unfazed. They're like, they're moving on. They're like, keep it shuffling, keep it pushing. And they're some might say they are masking the breakup with, get the best way to get over someone is to get under someone, just get on another horse and ride, whatever. um and I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I just thought of the most inappropriate, inappropriate. I don't have the knees to ride anymore. Like, nobody needs to hear all that cracking and popping. Okay, I hope you're laughing, and I apologize for my inappropriateness. Um, and so, okay, so then the next, they just like, they kind of move on, and they don't suffer the breakup right away. They don't feel it because all of their ego, their testosterone, whatever it is. And I'm not speaking of every single man. There are some men who will go through it right away. But even in the Reddit stories that I listen to, they just start taking action. Boom, 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 boom. Now, for a man, by the time the woman is healed, she has really started to heal. She's looking at everything clearly. All the emotions are starting to peel away, and she sees it for what it was. She can look at it and say, you know what, it really wasn't that healthy. I still care about this person, but now I realize it was not the best situation. Yada, 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 yada. And we're healing, and we're in that space. Right about that time, it starts to hit the guy. And some guys then will reach out. And I always pray, please do not let them reach out until I am completely over them. Because if we are not completely over them, we will be tempted to like slide back in or, yeah. Um, so where you're suffering now, like when we go through it, when we first break up, where the woman is really suffering, and we think, didn't they even care? How could they just move on so easily? Um, I want you to think of your cycle. And for a woman during the cycle, there's that 1 week where you are a biatch on wheels and you're like, I don't care. Now times that times 10, because that's probably the amount of testosterone. I mean, like women's testosterone levels, I'm making up numbers because I don't know the numbers. Okay. I don't, at the most, women's testosterone levels, I think, are at like maybe 500. Maybe I'm making up numbers because I don't know. But men typically have like 1700 testosterone, right? And they might, when they start to drop it, it might get down to 700, which is still more than a woman has ever had in her life. And I know somebody's going to correct that, and you can research the real numbers yourself. But imagine that. American ginseng helps your body create testosterone if you feel like you need more testosterone, by the way. Um, and there are other things like DHEA, things like that. Um, I'm not prescribing, I'm just saying I happen to know this. Um, so, what will happen is by the time you're starting to feel like I'm good, I'm moving on, I'm actually able to look at another guy and think, huh, he's a cutie patootie. What's up? Hey, how you doing? That's about the time that guy starts to, it hits him. That's about the time he feels it. And another thing is, energetically, as long as we're mourning a guy, as long as we are crying and mourning and thinking about them, all of their energy, all of that energy is still feeding them. We are energetically thinking of them, and they don't feel the loss because they still feel all the energy we are sending. They're still getting energy from you. And it's been said so many times, and ask everyone you know, the moment you stop thinking about them, it's like you've cut your energy from them, and then they pop back up. Then they all of a sudden are like, oh, wait, I don't feel her anymore. And that is about the time they start to feel the loss and maybe what they lost. But that is traditionally how it happens in a relationship. Now, every relationship doesn't happen like that, but a lot of them. Now, here's what I want to say to you. Um, Maria, what I want to say is whether or not this could happen again, and I feel like it's probably not going to. Um, get out every day, anybody who goes through a breakup, anybody who is suffering a breakup, anybody who is going through anything, get out every day, go garden. If you're in a climate that will allow you to garden, take a class or create a class. If you cannot, take a class, create a class. Put your hand in some soil, your feet in some soil. If you live near ocean, get to the ocean. Let the elements of nature start to reprogram your system. Ocean water is extremely healing. The soil and the earth is very healing. And go with your friends and do things. Allow yourself to have fun and laugh. It's okay. It really is okay. And accept, just tell yourself it's over just so that you can move on. Tell yourself it's over so you can have closure for yourself, because the longer you wait on a possibility, the longer it's going to take for healing. If something happens in the future, I don't feel like it's going to, Maria. I'm going to be very, very honest with you. And I want you to really look at not what you're feeling right now, but what you were feeling during the difficult times. Okay, love? Okay. Paul says, "Hello, Tony. Just lost our cat, Mrs. Timber, and had her for 17 years. Did she make it to the rainbow?" Yeah, she did. She did. And why am I hearing, Paul? Why do I keep hearing whiskers, 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 whiskers? Paul, I'm gonna scroll down. I want you to tell me, why am I hearing whiskers? Whiskers, whiskers, whiskers. Aaron says, "Oh, yeah, he's a piggy." Yeah, Erin is the one who asked what her dog says. He's a piggy. He's always looking for the snacks, and I give him snacks. You know what you could do? You could hide them in different spots or use one of those things for him to work for his snacks. So yeah, he really loves that. He really, really, really loves that. Okay, Paul, I keep hearing whiskers, whiskers, whiskers. I don't know if like maybe there was something with your kitties, with Mrs. Timbers' whiskers, or if that was just something they rubbed on you. But Paul, I am hearing whisker, whisker, whisker. I am also hearing, Paul, just the purring sound, like that. I really can't do those sounds very well, you guys. So I apologize for that. So yes, okay, 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 okay. I am well over the hour mark again. Do you guys know this show? I should have tightened this strap. I'm so sorry. I have to keep adjusting that. This show is technically supposed to be 30 minutes once a week. I just keep adding to it. I'm already over an hour. I'm going to, every Monday at noon, I'm going to be coming live. And then here's every Tuesday at noon, I'm doing the book club. What if a transformational guide? And next week's question: what if you came back in with these people, the people in your life, friends, family, coworkers, at this time, in these circumstances, to heal you? If that's true, how do you look at everything that you've gone through? Then are you in a space where you can look at it like, I came back because I wanted to evolve out of these situations or heal these situations or whatever it is? Or, it really takes, I don't want to use the word victim out of it, but it puts you in the power position then. I came back to heal these things with these people, or to heal me with these people. And that puts you in a place of tremendous power and the ability to heal. Because when we think of something in a way that somebody did something to us, we sometimes feel like we don't have the power to heal it, like we need something external to heal it. But when we think of it in a way of, this happened because I chose to heal these things, it puts us in the place of power again. I know that may not have made sense to everybody, and I want to discuss it though. Tuesday at noon, join. You do not have to have the book. If you'd like the book, it's in the bio. You don't have to have the book to join. We all discuss how we discuss the question and what that changes and how it goes from there. There's lots of healings during that time, during the book club. And from now on, Wednesday's show is going to be, um, if I'm going to try to do it Wednesday at noon, but it may end up being a pop-up show. Okay, you guys. So thank you so much for joining me. I love each and every one of you. Please remember, if I did not get the opportunity to get to your question, you can go to Buy Me a Coffee, make a donation, and put your question in. During the very next show, I will answer those questions first. Please have your questions in at least 5 minutes before the show, if you can. If not, I might not see it in the chat because of I just go in order, on the in the questions and the chat. Thank you everybody on Podbean. Thank you everybody on YouTube. Thank you on everybody watching and listening on all the different venues that you're watching and listening on. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day.